Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This week is a little different. I just had a baby on the 3rd Sunday, so it hasn't been quite a week, and you know what? I needed to put some makeup on. So I was like, we're just gonna film this, and that's gonna be this week's YouTube. But also, I got a brand new product that Seint is launching for Mother's Day. It's going to be launching on the 15th. This is called Solstice. So this is a tinted balm, and it is meant to just add some luminosity and shine to your skin and just make it look so dewy, so glowy, so fresh. Not oily, not to be confused with it looking oily, but just illuminate your skin. So I'm going to be showcasing this new product today, and we're just gonna have some fun and do some makeup. So if you're new around here, my name is Kimber Kelly with Rustic Touch Beauty. You can find me over on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, all the things. So I would love to see you over there. If you're new around here, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And we are going to get started. All right, so you may notice my backdrop is a little different today. This is my daughter's room, and one of my daughters, I had another little girl. So I have 2 boys and 2 girls now, which is so wild to say. But the lighting was better in her room than it was my normal filming room. So I'm like, we're just gonna film in her room today because the lighting looked a little bit better. I always try to film my videos in natural light. I'm not a fan of ring lights or anything like that. So this is just natural sunshine hitting my face. If you are new around here, the makeup that I use and love and have used it for going on 4 years now is called Seint. You can see on my t-shirt, Seint Beauty. What it is a 3D foundation. So if you don't know what that is, there honestly is nothing out there on the market like it. Think of it as a paint by number for your face. So you have certain colors that will go in certain areas of your face. So when I color match people to this makeup, I map out your face and I circle areas all on your face to say this color goes here, this color goes here. I show you where each color will go on your face, but this is what it looks like, you guys. My whole makeup is in this one palette. So this is the palette 27. So on this top layer here, I've got eyeshadows and like my brow wax, things to do my brows with. And then the second layer is what we call highlights. So this is what you would think of as your regular, everyday, normal foundation. I also have bronzers right here. I have a dark one and a light one. And then I have 2 different colors of contours. There is a difference between contour and bronzer. If you're not sure what that is, make sure to go back to my video that I have explaining the differences between those 2. And then this bottom layer here, there's my doggos. This bottom layer here is blush. We call these lip and cheek colors because they are multi-purpose. So you can use them on your lips, your cheeks. I sometimes use them as eyeshadows. They're just great all around good products. So I leave that on the bottom. And then we've got some illuminators here, which in the makeup world is called a highlight. But illuminators are what's gonna give your skin that extra dewy, glowy look. So I'm excited to see what this new product that they just launched or will be launching soon will do to my skin. But if this looks like something you want to give a try, I will attach my form in the description box below. All you'll do is attach a makeup-free selfie taking in light just like this. So make sure there's a window in front of you that you're facing. If I can see kind of your neck, chest, that is ideal. But just so I can take a look at your natural skin tones, I've matched literally hundreds of faces and there's no judgment. I want to see your skin tone for how it is. So don't put filters on it or anything like that. Just send in a good raw selfie and I will get you matched and sent back all my recommendations within 24 to 48 hours of you submitting that. So let's get to the good stuff. I am just using my my ride or die brush. This is the blush and bronzer brush. I love this brush for applying majority of my makeup. I did put on some self tanning drops and I haven't actually rinsed it off. So the self tanner is in like full mode here. So I'm more going to be evening that look out. I'm starting with my darkest highlight and I'm applying that to areas that have what I call contrast. So scarring, redness, darkness. You can tell I'm not getting any sleep because I have a newborn, and so the puffiness, the tired eyes, it's a real thing. And so I'm taking that darker highlight and going in and kind of neutralizing those colors with a darker highlight. A lot of people think, especially when it comes to blemishes and things like that, that you should go lighter, but it's actually false. You should actually go darker. When you are trying to neutralize a blemish or an under eye, always go darker first to neutralize that color. That is something in feedback that I get a lot, where a lot of my clients don't know to do that. And so I always point that out, and I always do my contrast shade first. So you can kind of see how it's helped neutralize those colors already. And that is with my darker highlight. This is amber that I'm using. My main highlight is going to be Candlelit for today. And I'm running out of that, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go right in through here on my jaw. And I'm kind of going in like these buffing, swirling motions to apply this. And I do this so that I don't get any brush stroke lines on my skin. So by going in kind of those swirling motions, you can even hold your brush if you want like a lighter application, hold it more towards the end so that you have a lighter hand. I tend to hold mine like right in the middle towards the end there. Here's a little tip for you. If you feel like your creams are not going on easily, chances are they're too cold. So a little trick that I do is I run a hairdryer over I live in Colorado, so it's really cold here right now. And so I will run a hairdryer and just kind of warm up the tops of my tins to help them go on my skin a lot easier. This makeup, as it sits on your skin, it warms up, and so that's where you get that like butter-like consistency that we all love. So give it some time. If you feel like it's not being applied the way you feel it should be, then try warming up those creams and applying it again, because I promise you that will make the world of a difference when applying this makeup. So I had some weird like tanning spots where almost like I didn't rub it in very well or something. So I'm just going through and kind of neutralizing, covering those guys up right around there. Okay, we're gonna move on to contour. And for contour, I like Henna right now. My main highlight shade is, like I said, Candlelit, and Henna still, I think, looks pretty good with it if applied the right way. I know that Henna on a lot of my clients, they feel like it doesn't show up very well, and to that I say first try applying more, because as you can see this on my forehead just fine. And so I start out light and then layer on a little bit more if I feel like I need it. But for right now, we're gonna kind of stick with Henna. Now I like blending this up into my hairline to get rid of kind of that white line that we can get. So I'm pushing that up into my hair, which luckily Mama needs hair color, as you can see. This is my natural hair color. I have very dark hair, and it only got darker with pregnancy, which was crazy. And so we're just kind of in need of a whole just haul over with my hair and This is what's happening. So we're just gonna roll with it. But my makeup luckily helps me feel alive and put together for the day and kind of gets rid of the puffiness. So I'm putting contour right here on my jaw and bringing that down. This is gonna help get rid of the lovely double chin I have going on. And so I run that right here. That's kind of where a natural shadow would be anyways. So I'm just running it right along there and bringing it down. Now this, for my contour up here, that's where contour can get kind of tricky because we don't want it to be a line. Obviously, we don't want it to look like that. You want it to be a line, but you want it to be a blended line. So I take that blush and bronzer brush and I'm kind of buffing out the top and then I buff out the bottom line, but I'm leaving this center so that it's still pretty defined, but just softening the top. See how it just softened it a little bit? Can kind of soften the point. And then kind of buff out the bottom line too, so that you still see that there's contour there, but it's more blended. Just like that. Okay, now let's move on to some blush. Saint Tropaz. It's this really pretty peachy color right here. And I'm just gonna use my finger to apply that. Look how pretty that is. Such a fun color. I'm gonna take my perfector sponge and just kind of dab and blend that in. So that's just a really pretty subtle peachy tone, but man, do I love that blush. Moving on to bronzer, I'm gonna use Bella today. I'm gonna use the fluffy side of that blush and bronzer brush. I'm gonna apply it here on my temples, right there, and then kind of the tops of my cheekbones. Now with this, you could totally apply bronzer before you put blush on. I kind of do it both ways. And then I'm just gonna go through and buff that out a little bit, blend it in. I do not go a day without bronzer, you guys. Bronzer adds such a pretty dewiness to your makeup and kind of gives your skin that fresh off the beach glow that we all crave. Especially if you're like me and you live in Colorado and you're just pasty skinned as it is, bronzer really helps just add some warmth to your skin. Okay, so not a ton on there, and then you can even put any excess on your nose, on your chin, bring it down. I am going to put on a little bit of Illuminator, so I'm going to use Angel today, which is this one, and I'm just using the butt side of my perfector sponge. Maybe we can get a little closer so you can see. And I'm just applying that to the tops of my cheekbones. Okay, kind of right in here. Anywhere that I want to look nice and fresh, that's where I am applying that. Now I'm going to go in with a third highlight. So I've used 2 highlights so far. I'm going to go in with a third one, and this is going to be my lightest highlight of all of them. This is Versailles right here. So I've used Amber for my contrast, my redness, things like that, Candlelit as my main, and now Versailles to brighten. So I'm just going to take that and strategically place brightener on my face because I need to look awake. Like I said, I'm really not getting a ton of sleep. So making my face look awake is extra important these days. I'm gonna run that down the center of my nose and chin. All right, then I'm gonna flip, this is the powder brush, by the way. I'm gonna flip it over to this kind of lipstick shaped, see how it kind of looks like a lipstick a little bit? That, and I'm just gonna kind of push and press till I get the blend that I'm looking for with those colors. Go a little bit brighter right there. So see how it's kind of just brightened my T-zone up really nice? Okay, I feel like I've kind of drowned out my blush a little bit, so I'm gonna apply just a little more. And notice, you guys, I have taken everything out of this one palette. Can you believe that? Like, all my makeup right here. I use different brushes, but all my makeup is right here. It's just, it blows my mind every single time because it seriously makes makeup so easy. If I'm being totally honest, like, you put me in Sephora, I would have no idea what to pick out to do makeup. I mean, I'd have an idea, I guess, but this just makes it so easy. It's like, boom, eyeshadow, highlights, contour, bronzer, okay, blush, illuminator, like everything I need is right here. It just blows my mind every single time. It's so easy. I think that's looking pretty good. So let's move on to eyes. And honestly, for eyes, I just want to keep it simple today. So let's just do, what color is this? Basic. We're just gonna do basic, which looks like this. I'll put that. Now I've already prepped my eyelid. Remember when I had my contrast shade and I used that on my eyelid, that kind of prepped it. You want to make sure that when you're applying eyeshadow, that you're applying on some sort of prep area. Now, ideally, eyeshadow stays best when you're using powder on top of powder. So by applying like a setting powder on your eyelid or an eyeshadow primer, something that will help kind of give the eyeshadow something to hold on to is ideal. However, I am not leaving the house today, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with that. But if I did have a big day planned, I would most definitely make sure to prep my eyes a little bit better than that. But for now, we're just doing something easy. So that's just basic eyeshadow. And how pretty is that? It's just so simple. And then let's go in with, and now I don't even know how to pronounce this, Aries. It's kind of a shinier eyeshadow right here. I'm just gonna take my pinky, like, how pretty, and we're just gonna press that in the corners just to give my eyes some glow and help my poor eyes look a little more awake than they really are. I came on a little strong, so let's soften that up. All right. And now we're gonna go in just with some mascara. Mascara combo that I'm using today, I'm gonna use the Volume Boost Primer from Essence. The main mascara, I'll be using Telescopic from L'Oreal. This is like my tried and true mascara. I try so many other things and I love them. I always go back to this one because it's just a really good mascara and it's like $8. So let's prime these babies. Okay, eyelashes are primed. Okay, now let's go in with regular mascara. because I always get mascara literally everywhere. A little trick that I do, this is my brow brush, but I take this little spoolie and I wait till my mascara has completely dried, and I take this little spoolie and kind of, we can get closer, so see how I've got like remnants of mascara. Take that spoolie and you just gets it right off without taking your eyeshadow off. Don't really have much over here. I think that's pretty much it. Let's try out the new product and see what it does. So here's the cute little box. And again, this is Solstice Tinted Balm. So it looks pink, but it doesn't go on pink. It should go on pretty sheer. And you're just going to apply this. Look how cute. You're just going to apply this in areas where you want that luminosity to really come through and to kind of like get your skin looking so fresh. Oh, can you guys see that? Oh, I hope you can see it through the video. You can kind of see it right there. That is so pretty. And you know what would be pretty is like if you didn't want to do makeup that day, but you still wanted your skin to have like that shine to it, I would 100% put that on still. Woo! I hope this is coming through on the video because holy cow. That's crazy. See the shine it just gave right there? I'm gonna apply some right up here. I think we're almost gonna have to get in some better light for you guys to be able to see that. Cause it, ooh, like when the light catches it just right, oh, it's so pretty. And this will last forever. Holy cow. When I first got it, I was like, oh, it's so small. But that's gonna last forever. Oh my gosh. If we can find, see that? Can you guys see that shine that it's giving? Don't look too much into my eye. But can you guys, look at all my daughter's dresses. Look at that. It's giving like a, let's try a different window. Let's see if you can, woo! Can you? I can't get over it. And you know what too I love about the, we're getting like a whole look here. You know what I love too about this makeup is see my little freckles? Like I actually really love those to come through. And this makeup, you can keep layering it on so that you get like a fuller coverage. But I love when my little freckles show through. I think that makes it look more natural. I think it really like makes the makeup look like skin. I always tell my clients this, I'm like, it's like a second skin for your face. But this makeup, because it's cream, it seriously looks like my skin. So I'm a fan of that product. I did not think it was gonna make much of a change, but I can seriously see it right through here. And I love it. So this is launching April 15th. If you've got a special mama or you are a mom yourself, treat yourself to Solstice because that is a good one. Hey, last thing I'm gonna do, this is a new primer and setting spray that I got. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Airbrush Flawless. And I've been using it for probably 2 weeks now. Holy cow, does my makeup stay on for hours. And I love the pump on it. It's a very light mist, so you don't feel like you're getting drenched. That's one thing with our setting spray, Seint's. I love Seint's setting spray, but the pump on it is terrible. Like you feel like you're getting drenched. And so this will be a good bottle to keep to pour our Seint setting spray. differences I've noticed, this gives more of a matte finish versus Seint definitely gives more of a dewy finish to it. So I think this one will be really great in the summertime when it's hot and I'm just sweaty all the time, to put something that will help mattify the shine. But then our Seint setting spray is really good in wintertime when just your skin's drier, things are dry, it's cold, you're maybe lacking some of that dewiness to your skin. Our Seint setting spray is really good for that. So I think different seasons will arise for different reasons for different products. But for right now, I have been using this to prime my face and then set with the Seint setting spray because it is still winter and it's really dry. But for today, we'll just set with this. And not to mention, it smells really, really good. I'm just gonna pop some lip gloss on. This is Milani Champagne. My mom and dad are coming to meet the baby for the first time today, so it was a good excuse to get ready and put some makeup on. And that's what we're doing. Okay guys, that's it. Easy makeup tutorial today. Hopefully you guys learned something new. I always try to put any little tips and tricks in there that I can think of as I do these for you guys. But definitely give that new product a try. I am actually loving it. You can kind of see when I turn my face, it just has like a really pretty just dewiness to the skin. And it doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't feel sticky. Honestly, I don't even really feel it on my face, which is awesome. So that's it for today. Again, if this makeup is something that you would like to give a try, you want to switch your makeup routine over, just fill out that color match form in the description box below and attach a makeup-free selfie in there. A couple of questions in there that just better help me know what match to give you. And I will have all my suggestions back to you within 24 to 48 hours, and you can get that via email and text so that I ensure you see your match. That's all I got for today. Make sure to leave me a comment below if you learned something new, like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.